Hello, good morning, good evening, namaskar, Satsrikal, Adab, salam to everyone. Host, good evening, welcome everyone. And I once again welcome you all. Good evening, Mausumi Halder. Good evening, welcome Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik, Richard Spisak sir, Shyamaprasad
Morning.
Patnaik sir, Lantern sir, Kkumar ji, today's guest, and Whisper Poet here. Once again, welcome you all for this evening. We are today it's about to be tomorrow going to be Mother's Day special. So let's do something on Mother's today. Right. Share the poetry on Mother's Day special, everyone. Now I'll start with the venture. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining once again. Gangalaxmi Patnaik, ma'am, stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik from India. Wants to wish you happy Rabindranath Jayanti. Madam has told that we will celebrate today Mother's Day. Let us celebrate also happy Rabindranath Jayanti today.
Yeah,
Before
yeah,
the
yeah.
rendition, I would like to convey a few lines about Rabindranath Tagore, known for profound humanism, lyricism. His prolific work, including over 2,000 songs, numerous poems, modernized Bengali literature by breaking free from rigid classical constraints. I would like to present themes of his poetry that achieved a global timeless appeal. The title of his song is Ekla Chalo Re. Ekla Chalo Re, the poem, the song, remains a powerful testament to independence and individual conviction. This is the message of Ekla Chalo Re song. The song runs like this. I am not sure if letting go is as easy as dropping postcard into hungrier belly of letterbox. I'm not sure if letting go is as easy as dropping postcard into hungrier belly of letterbox. But Tagore's iconic Bengali patriotic lyric Ekla Chalo Re depicts with thunder, flame of pain, ignite own heart, let it burn alone. But Tagore's iconic Bengali patriotic lyric Ekla Chalo Re depicts with thunder, flame of pain, ignite own heart, let it burn alone. He engrafts patience that keeps warm in winter and cool in sizzling summer. He engrafts patience that keeps warm in winter and cool in sizzling summer, elicits scope for mind to reach high, for stars lie hidden in men. Dream deep, for every dream precedes goal. Elicits scope for mind to reach high, for stars lie hidden in men. Dream deep, for every dream precedes goal. If no one hears your calls, then walk alone. Walk alone when nobody else is ready to join you. This is resonated to keep going when things got tough. If no one hears your calls, then walk alone. Walk alone when nobody else is ready to join you. This is resonated to keep going when things got tough. The journey may be arduous, climb may seem so steep, but in quiet moments you will often keep. The journey may be arduous, climb may seem so steep, but in quiet moments you will often keep. The wind may whisper doubts, but let them gently blow, for in your self reliance a spirit will grow. The wind may whisper doubts, but let them gently blow, for in your self reliance a spirit will grow. If nobody sets the path, then walk in with your own grace, for in your own strength and spirit you will find your rightful place. If nobody sets the path, then walk in with your own grace, for in your own strength and spirit you will find your rightful place. Encourage resilience, self resilience, urging to forge ahead. even when facing obstacles or facing disapproval. Encourage resilience, self resilience, urging to forge ahead, even when facing obstacles or facing disapproval. Have strength, conviction to continue journey in adversity. Walk alone, rise after every fall, stand tall. Have strength, conviction to continue journey in adversity. Walk alone, rise after every fall, stand tall. The poem emphasizes that one's strength lies in their willpower, advocating that great achievements require lonely journeys. This is the message of Rabindranath Tagore's song Ekla Chalo Re. This is the end of my poem. Thanks, friends. Thank you.
Wonderful. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. She was Gangalaxmi Patnaik with a lovely message on the poem on Ekla Chalore by
Very
Rabindranath
good, very good.
Tagore, iconic poet, writer of India, our nation's pride. Thank you so much, Gangalaxmi ma'am, for giving such a lovely poetry, recitation. Thank you so much. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. Now I like to call upon our guest today. Yeah, Kumar Prasanna is guest today. Welcome, Kumar Prasanna ji. After so long, you have spared a time. Welcome.
I'm not a guest, ma'am. I'm a regular participant. Don't put me
No,
like
no, you are
that.
not. You are the owner of this platform.
Oh
You're the
my God.
family. Yeah. Please go
Don't
ahead
put
with
me into
your
that
poem.
frame, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks for having me. And thank you,
Yeah.
Richard. Thank you, Acharya. Thank you, Saraswati, ma'am. Rupali, ma'am. How are you?
I'm
Uh,
fine.
Yes,
I'm fine.
what a fuss.
Welcome.
What a
Yeah.
fuss. What's this mess? What is it? Can't even guess. Everywhere around a cacophonous hiss. Inner and internal conflicts of within and in the countries. Outer challenges of individual battles, external conflagrations among nations. Ego wars with supremacy of powers. None comes forward to terms, no
Yes.
equal voice to make a peace. Inner and outer struggles. Is it only a man's loss, or rather every being across? The cross is at loss, those edicts are at loss, mantras and rituals are also at loss. Crescent moon is also lamenting at this. What is this fuss? Who is to blame? Who should we ask to confess? Lost to humanity, lost to the breaths, of course. Then why is this sacrifice? Why should innocents become scapegoats with expense of whose? Who is going to adorn thorn of rules? Whose benefit commotion deals with the signature runs to put deals? Who is taking advantage at whose expense? Who is suffering mental distress? At whose gain every soul wonders. Crooked path, picking the pebbles, throwing in the puddles of unquenchable ones, raging fires, burning every other skins. What a fuss! What's this mess? Thanks for having me. That's the end of
Oh,
the piece.
so wonderful, wonderful, lovely. Give him a big hand of applause, friends. Today
Great,
I've heard
great.
him, yeah. Yeah. Richard, sir, would you like to say something?
It the poem was absolutely lovely, and it expressed such a deep feeling. Just
The
just
loss.
absolutely
Yes.
wonderful. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Lovely.
Thank
Give
you.
him a big hand of applause, friend. And that loss, loss cannot be filled up. And everyone you
Absolutely.
go through, everyone go through the pain and in one or another way. Thank you so much, Kkumar Prasanna ji, for sharing your lovely piece and coming here with the sparing your time for us. Thank you so much. Keep coming and writing. Keep shining. All the best
Thank
with
you.
you. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
ma'am.
much. Thank you. Yes.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you
Bye.
so much. Now, I'd like to call upon Rupali Pandey from Gurugram. She was about to come yesterday, but yes, she could not come and join us.
Yeah.
Again, she's a very busy personality. Come over, ma'am,
Thank you
and
so much. Thank you
share.
so much. For welcoming me, and thank you, Richard, and everyone, an esteemed poet and poetess. I'm lucky enough that I have joined hands with this group, and I'm blessed
that I am under the guidance of all the great poets and poetess. So I'm reading one of my construction of poetry only, which has been published in my book only, which is Colorful Insights, a seeking of true life. So the title of the poem has weightage to the poetry, Pearly Life. Life shimmered like a pearl in the ocean wide, glittering dreams in the heart she would hide. Though waves of hope her spirit would glide, yet storms of doubt would often collide. Lucy walked on paths rough and long, facing rejection, hatred, yet standing strong. The world threw shadows where she belonged, but her silent courage kept moving along. Struggles whispered, struggles whispered, "You cannot rise." Tears would gather in weary eyes. Still, her soul refused disguise, holding faith beneath dark skies. Then Sahil came like a gentle light, holding her hand through the endless night. With warmth and care, he stood by her side, turning despair into hopeful sight. Now life glows like a pearl so bright. Through love and strength, her world feels right. Together, together, there are two characters which I have mentioned here. One is Sahil and another one is Rusi. So Rusi's struggle is continuing. The last line says, "Together they walk in shimmering light. Together they walk in shimmering light. A pearly life after every fight. A pearly life after every fight." Thank you so much. This was my construction of the poem. And if you would like to hear one more, I will continue it later on. Thank you so much, esteemed poet and poetess. Thank you, Saraswati Poswal, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming. Thank you so much. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. She was Rupali Pandey from Gurugram with her lovely piece. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, we'll call you upon if we have a time. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
please.
Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today's Whisper Poet. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I am going to read a poem about my grandma, since in honor of
हाँ,
the
आपको
day.
मैं भी सुन-
This is called Grandma's Hands. My knuckle was itching. I grasped it between thumb and forefinger to rub, and sliding the skin across the bony promontory, I was surprised by the recognition of old under my touch. I pictured my grandma's hands, worn and kind, with knuckles enlarged, the skin thin and fair, lines worn deep and crisscrossed, nails short and unpolished, simple wedding ring on her finger, for there were always needles to be threaded, dough to be kneaded, and humans and chickens to be fed. Everyone who knew her agreed that Josephine was the best of the women we call good women. Every day she invested herself in the call of her faith, gave honor through her labors. Grandma's hands knew hard work, born and raised a farm girl, the high school valedictorian who married a soldier and fed her family from her garden full of rich black dirt. Grandma's hands were dry and soft, covered in flour, making her heavenly bread. African violets watching from the windowsill as she baked tray after tray of rolls on Tuesdays and Fridays. It was so hard not to eat them all on the days in between, and I was so excited when it was bread day again. Grandma, the entrepreneur, the egg lady, moving from nest to nest, I never saw her get pecked. The bones of her hands in sharp relief as she carried the eggs to wash, sort, and package. Up the hill to the egg house with rubber-booted feet. Grandma's chickens paid for my degree. Grandma's hands on her singer, white plastic with pale green, threading the needle to make a nightgown for me from fabric we had seen on a Friday night at Rose's. Butterick patterns in the guest room by the old black singer, the filtered light nestling softly on the antique four-poster bed. She shelled peas to the young and the restless while I dusted her knick-knack with pledge and soft cloth. Grandma's house was always spotless, quiet and cool on the hardwood floors. It was the place where my trauma could always find solace. I remember her old hand-crank washing machine extruding the clothes into hard, wet tongues in the utility room, then dried into scratchy, fresh stiffness on the clothesline outside. She made me corn silk dolls from the corn I shucked and would peel back the greenery to see the icky cornworms, and I would call her over to remove them from the cob. She was always patient. Grandma was my anchor, with her gentle hands that held harlequin romance and never let me go to sleep without a thorough tucking in. Her hands were her journal, worn and weathered and strong. They recorded an honorable life, well lived. My path is my own, and my feet follow no prints, but my hands reminds me of hers, and I will be proud if one day I can say that my hands did half as much as Grandma's did. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Wonderful, so wonderful. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. Such a lovely piece. Yes. Richard, sir, will you say something to her?
Our dear sister, Whisper, you know, to honor a patriarch, a matriarch of a family with such simple, direct language, to focus on the hands that do so much, the hands that represent what thought and deed and word focus around, but the hands, so beautiful, so beautiful. This sister Whisper is just such a fine painter with words. Thank you for your words and for your great heart.
Wonderful. Give her a big round of applause, friends. Lovely heart, and keep writing and shining always. Lovely poem, and keep coming, ma'am. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today is Shyamaprasad Patnaik, sir, from Orissa. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Saraswati madam, for inviting me for recitation of my poem. I wish you a advance happy Mother's Day to everyone. On this occasion, I would like to recite a poem about mother. The title of my poem is My Mother, Undying Source of Inspiration. My mother, undying source of inspiration. And here it goes. My mother watched me growing up with confidence, undying source of inspiration. She narrated moral stories from Upanishad, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Gita, and Vedas. She taught me bravery like Chhatrapati Shivaji, Alexander, Ashoka, and Napoleon Bonaparte. Expounded me not to give up, but wake up, be hopeful and resilient. If ever I got injured while playing, scolded never. Rather, always inspired me to rise again, be courageous, and acquire strength. She taught Ravindra Sangeet, which envisages determined concentration on efforts all alone. She taught me to give priority on meditation studies with utter sincerity. She enlightened me principles of Buddha's truth, honesty, and integrity. A walking goddess on earth, epitome of love, shower kindness on poor and downtrodden. Indoctrinated me to love my siblings, treated my friends like her own. Learnt from her art of love, forgiveness, fellow feeling, and fraternity. She taught to respect teachers and elders as foremost duty. She tutored me to follow principles of Mahatma Gandhi's truth and nonviolence. She instilled in me supreme virtues like justice and tolerance. guided me never to tolerate injustice, but always fight for justice. I cherish her memories, beseech Almighty in each birth to become her son. Even in corporeal absence, wish she continues to inspire me from heaven. And that is the tribute to my mother. Thank you. And once again, I wish you all happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
Wonderful. So lovely tribute to your mother, and every mother is a teacher. God and Goddess, we pray them and we learn from them. They give our hand and we walk with we walk with their help and we learn from them so much. She is a goddess as well as a teacher. Thank you so much for a lovely piece, sir. Give him a big hand of applause. This was Shyamaprasad Patnaik, sir, from Orissa. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today is Mausumi Halder from Haridwar. Welcome, Mausumi. Any poem
Thank
can
you.
go. Sorry to interrupt you. We can go with any piece. It's not necessary. We can talk about Mother. We can talk about Rabindranath Tagore or any other piece we can go with. That was, actually it was tomorrow is going to be the theme. And I thought to just, we can go with this theme on Sargam also. That's why I said. So please come
Okay,
over,
ma'am.
Mausumi.
Thank you.
Hear your piece.
Thank
Any poem will do.
today.
Welcome.
Today I'm going to recite one poem. My special thanks to you, Saraswati ma'am, and to the entire team of Sargam for literary interactions. Today I'm going to recite on the occasion of Rabindra Jayanti one self-written poem, a 4-line verse, and one English poem too. So I'm beginning with my Bengali poem, which I have written to honor Kobi Guru. তুমি জানো থেকো পাতায় পাতায়, তুমি জানো থেকো পাতায় পাতায়, মিষ্টি বাতাস হয়ে মানুষের মনের শাখা প্রশাখায়। কি বা সন্ধ্যা আর কি ভোর, কি বা সন্ধ্যা আর কি ভোর, তোমার অস্তিত্ব যেন থাকুক যুগ যুগান্তর। তুমি জানো থেকো পাতায় পাতায়, মিষ্টি বাতাস হয়ে মানুষের মনের শাখা প্রশাখায়। কি বা সন্ধ্যা আর কি ভোর, তোমার অস্তিত্ব যেন থাকুক যুগ যুগান্তর। It means, may you reside in every leaf and bud. May you reside in human mind's branches. Maybe it's evening or morning. May you reside in every heart for eons. That was my Bengali poem. Now I am going to recite one English poem, which is about the little joys which we miss sometimes. And in today's world, in the rigmarole of life. So the title of my poem is, In Today's World, the Simple Joys Are Diminishing. In this humdrum of life, in this humdrum of life, amidst all our strife, we all know very little. But to someone, we never forget to be little. How much do we need? Why do not we pay heed to the things that are important and relevant for our blissful life and are significant? Though some of the materialistic things add a bliss to our soulful living, but anything in excess will be detrimental to our life if it is given an access. In today's world, the simple joys are diminishing. The God of small things concept for existence is fighting. This dire situation needs an immediate focus and requires a constant evaluation by us. Thanks everyone for listening to my 2 poems. Thanks for your time, precious time. Immensely grateful.
Thank you so much. Give her a big hand of applause, friends. She was Mausumi Halder. Lovely poem, lovely pieces, and we congratulate you once again. And keep writing and shining, Mausumi Halder. And we
Thank you,
keep
ma'am.
listening to your
Thank you,
poem and
ma'am.
inspiring you with lovely words. Now I'd like to call upon our next guest for today is, yes, Lantern Carrier, sir.
Ode to the Divine Mother. Maternal One, thou art an ever new eternal light of selfless suffering. Thy body bears the cross of earth, eons of injustice to the glorious sanctity of thy womb. Your heart of love still bleeds with glee, living its sweet sacrifice for me. O sustainer of infinite joy, you uphold the selflessness a good mother does possess. Thy flowing fountain of sweet love pours this bliss-laden nectar to the core, intoxicating me from pore to pore with thrills of peace sublime and deep. O mother, you bear thy burden well, carrying this heavy weight of mine's. Your heart is scarlet red, but no deserved cheer you ever shared. Who can equal your concern and forgiveness? Your sheltering arms doth from the Father take away the whip, and cradling your world to sleep, bear silently the sorrows of humans' ignorance in gratitude. The Lantern Carrier, thank you.
So wonderful piece and lovely. Give him a big hand of applause, friends. Lantern Carrier, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Goes to you. Yes, your lovely poem. Richard, sir, would you like to say something?
I would indeed. Once again, we're given such a lovely blessing from our brother, who reminds us that the universal mother is represented so beautifully by the women around us, the women who mother us, our mothers, our lovers, our wives, our daughters. The daughter, the woman, is such a blessing to humanity. We cannot appreciate them enough. We cannot honor them enough. And you brought it beautifully to us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Give
Thank you.
a big hand of applause, friends. He is such a divinely writing and spiritually touching the poems for every topic and whatever goes. I'm fan of your poems, sir. Either Krishna or whatever you write so well, and
Thank you.
thank you so much. Now I keep writing in shining, sir. So let's go to our sparkling, coordinator, recorder and everything. Richard Spisak, sir. Welcome, sir. Stage is yours.
Thank you.
Without him, he's the power bank of Sargam, I should say.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
I do not think that we honor the women who sustain the world enough. I think we fail them when we do not respect the incredible giving nature that is woman. And I have written a little tribute. I've written a few, but this particular one is for mothers. And I hope each of you, whether you're a mother or you're just a child of a mother, you listen to this closely. It's called The First Gifts. Yes, you welcomed those babes at your breast. You gave them from your own life's sustenance. You thought first of them, their pleasure, their pain, their needs, then another, and then yourself. You brought them through the most holy, sacred gate they will ever enter into the world and into a human life. It can be readily said, you gave them the very first gifts. Before the gods at the cradle round bestowed those precious others, you clothed them in flesh. You gave them their first form. What cells and man and fashion could give, you gave first. Before your gift, there was nothing. And your giving self made every other giving possible. When the first cry is heard, it calls your name. When each searching hand first reaches out, it reaches out to you. When you press the tiny lips to your breast and you smell those first tender breaths, those sweet garden scents are meant for you alone. No wonder the mother is so universally blessed. No wonder such special blessedness belongs first and last to mothers. She has given so much of her flesh and her heart and her care, the first gifts.
So wonderful, so lovely piece. It's mother, sister, daughter. A woman is in a various, various. She's a one gender, but she plays a different role and vital roles in all above. The mother is the biggest role of a woman, and she plays in all her characters somewhere. Thank you so much for giving such a lovely piece. Give him a big hand of applause, friends. This was Richard Spisak, sir. Lentonson, would you like to say something?
Well, Richard is always creating gardens, and in this particular case, it's a garden of beauty because we're talking about sacrifice, love, concern, and divinity, and he's taken it to the blessedness which belongs first and last to mothers. He said these are his words. Yeah.
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 Yes.
He says you brought them to the most holy, sacred gates, and it's a kind of dance through this garden of which Richard speaks of sweetness and preciousness and sanctity, and the very detailed and meticulous care and concern of which I know him to have a plethora of virtues within himself, and which he expresses he manifests in the form of love and tribute to mothers.
So lovely, so lovely. Give him a big hand of applause, friends. Lantern Carrier, sir, with his lovely review and lovely poem and lovely recitation, everyone. Now, anybody
Saraswati,
left?
ma'am, could I possibly pay Richard a compliment, please? Would that be okay?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Welcome.
I just want to point out, and this was so masterfully done, Richard. The quote that I put in the chat, those sweet garden scents are meant for you alone. Such a masterful statement because that works as both literal and as metaphor. And that is really hard to do. Amazing work as always. Well done.
So lovely. Thank you so much, Whisper Poet, for giving a lovely review. And now it's, yes, a small tribute to Rabindranath Tagore only. I'll go with that. Okay, it's a small poem because our nation's pride is Vishwa Kavi. Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore. His birth anniversary was on 7th May and 1861 and celebrated all over the world because his poetry is quite famous and his poem, what they teach, they gave the message of to be the feeling of gratitude and being thankfulness and what I learned from his poems. And I'm sharing one piece of mind for his poetry itself. It's a small tribute. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to every ray of sunlight that touched my heart like a thou saw my smile. Made glory and glee shine together. Thanks to the breeze that touched my soul and heart, made me think that thou who loved me, touched me, and thou met me again. Thanks to the widened roads that opened ways for me, like the thou freed me and opened the barriers to explore, read to the life. Thanks to the nature, every speck reminds me thou exist in it, taught me to live and love till the end of and you exist. Thanks to water, every drop taught how transparent and tranquil is the life, which is truthful fact of the life. Thanks to the chirping birds that gave the thou's message to smile and talk to them as the thou reappear. Thanks to everybody who helped me to survive. I prayed for peace and everyone who made me cherish life. That was the end, and let's meet again next week. Thank you so much, poets, for coming, eminent poets around the world, and you made us, the evening very delightful with your lovely poem and verses. Thank you so much, Lantern Carrier sir, Gangalaxmi Patnaik ma'am, as usual with the brilliant poetry, and Richard Spisak sir, Mausumi Halder, Whisper Poet, Lantern Carrier sir, Kkumar Prasanna ji, and Rupali Pandey is coming over there. Shyamaprasad Patnaik sir, always being there and supporting me on all the ventures of Sargam. Hope we are doing it. Thank you so much. Well, and with this is a teamwork. Without your support, I could not do this. Next week again, we'll be coming up with another, whatever theme, and it's an open theme actually. We can come up with, and our guest with the same team. All of you, please join it at the same time, same channel. Thank you so much. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Take care,
Thank you
everyone.
so much.